From the fan favorite being let go after 13 episodes, to what the former Season 5 castmate is up to now, this is the truth about Olivia Black from Pawn Stars. You know, the tatted night shift employee who was fired after just 13 episodes. It might be hard for a few of you to put a face to the name. After all, Black was let go after only a handful of episodes since making her debut in 2012. But before I get into the why of it all, let me give you a brief overview of Black and her time on the show. Brief because, well, there's really not much to talk about. So, after successfully launching the careers of Rich, Rick, and Corey Harrison, plus family friend Austin Chumley Russell, the History Channel decided they needed to onboard another star, and they settled on Olivia. Her storyline was written into the show as Corey and Chumley picking her from all the other applicants for the night shift position, based on her attractiveness. Fair enough, Olivia's stunning. But more than that, she was charming, smart, and had star potential. All the makings of a reality star. Apparently, everyone was really happy with her work. And you need to remember, the stars of Pawn Stars are also actual employees of the store. This tidbit will come in handy later. For now, all you need to know is that Olivia was serving her time well, both on Pawn Stars and as an actual employee of the pawn shop. This obviously begs the question, if she was so great, why'd they fire her? Because someone over at the National Enquirer realized that she looked eerily familiar and decided to do some digging. Black's resume obviously made the cut for reality TV, but that's because she kept out a few details. Specifically, former employment. The National Enquirer posted an article that linked Black to a series of softcore graphic photo shoots back in 2008 under the name Belladonna. This didn't bode well with the network, and they quietly terminated her contract. But as I said, Olivia was technically working two jobs at the pawn store, a reality show cast member and an actual employee. The network decided to let her go, but Rick Harrison later told reporters that he believed whatever Black did in her personal life was none of his business, and that he wasn't firing her from her job as a night shift employee. So Black's run on Pawn Stars ended after 13 episodes. And not soon after, she decided that she didn't want to work at the Gold and Silver pawn shop anymore either. You'd think that'd be the end of the Black vs. Pawn Stars saga, right? Oh no, it was just getting started. The former employee was apparently encouraged to sue the network. A representative for Black told the press that she'd apparently been getting fan mail, begging her to find her way back on the show. And you know what? She tried. The former employee started an online petition to get her job back. Awkwardly enough, though, it never met its goal, and Black eventually decided to take it down. There were also a few rumors going on that the former employee would be suing for her job back. But nothing really happened, or at least no one caught wind of it. The History Channel's known for quietly sweeping away anything scandal-worthy. The proof is in what they did with Chumley's arrest. I'll get to that in a minute. As I was saying, rumor has it that after the network's lawyers threatened her with lawsuits of their own, Black decided it just wasn't worth the trouble. Still though, a few fans couldn't stand the hypocrisy when it came to another cast member and their sketchy personal life. Black might have lied about posing for a few risque shoots, but Chumley was arrested on a horde of charges that included possession of firearms and illegal substances. Wait, it gets worse. The police had raided his property in connection to assault charges. So, Chumley's career on the family-friendly show should have been over, right? I mean, they fired Black for much less. But that's the thing. The network couldn't fire him. First, because Rick and Corey stood up for him and made it clear that the show would be nothing without him. And second, Chumley had already become an established member of the cast. Not just that, actually, but he was the fan favorite. His merchandise sold like hotcakes, and he had the most fan mail coming in, and he was tied with the Harrisons in several of their business deals. Without getting into the nitty-gritty of it all, Chumley was let go with a fine and probation, and the assault charges against him were dropped. So basically, it was a slap on the wrist. Fans speculated that he might not be back for the show's upcoming season after his arrest. But sure enough, there he was. Now, Russell's arrest was in 2016, and by then, Black's scandal was old news. but the network's hypocrisy brought it all back for fans. Olivia Black was trending on Reddit again. Fans were calling the Harrisons cowards and the network execs hypocrites. They weren't happy, let me just tell you that. They also weren't happy with the fact that the network brushed off another major scandal involving yet another employee. Only this time, the employee wasn't a cast member of Pawn Stars. Wayne Jeffries claimed that he'd been stiffed by the Harrisons and Russell after they used him as a patsy to badmouth the network. When A&E Entertainment announced that they were developing a spin-off, Cajun Pawn Stars, the original cast members were apparently blindsided. They weren't happy that the network had decided on a project without running it by them first. And how do I know this? Because Jeffries, who was the cast's talent manager, told TMZ exactly this. The network decided Jeffries was becoming a problem and instructed the Harrisons and Russell to fire him. This obviously didn't go well with the talent manager, who claimed that he was basically being used as their mouthpiece for the interview, and now as their scapegoat when the network reacted badly to it. Jeffries filed a wrongful termination suit against the cast members, and also named the network in his lawsuit, where he claimed that he was promised a significant share in the show's profits, since he was the one who'd pitched the show. That's right, one of the many revelations made by the now scorned Jeffries was that Rick's story of going door to door with his pitch for Pawn Shop was a lie. Apparently, Rick had pitched the idea back in 2007, and the network rejected his pitch. It wasn't until Jeffries went back in 2008 that they decided to go forward with it. The lawsuit was later dropped for unspecified reasons. But yeah, I'm sure all of us can think of some pretty specific ones. And just like that, another Pawn Stars scandal was dealt away with. This latest controversy though, yeah, Rick's mother's lawsuit against him might be a little trickier to deal with. Joanne Harrison is suing her son for allegedly misappropriating funds that Rich Harrison, the old man, had left for her after he passed away. That's an estimated $500,000 worth of silver coins that she's claiming Rick sold off or hidden away to invest in his businesses or fund his extravagant lifestyle. Joanne's claim is actually a pretty lengthy one. In addition to claiming that Rick manipulated her into signing over her shares in the pawn shop, she's claiming that her son refuses to pay her medical bills that he'd promised to. The elderly woman's claiming that Rick has been deferring her rightful payments ever since COVID happened, saying that the pawn shop still hasn't recovered from the loss of revenue when the pandemic hit. Rick, quite obviously, has denied all of it and says that there sure is someone manipulating his mother, but it's not him. Lastly, let's take a look at what Black's been up to since leaving Pawn Stars. The truth is, this wasn't the downfall of her career like everyone feared it'd be. If anything, Black has actually become more successful after leaving the show. After being fired in 2012, the former adult star decided she wanted back in on that life and started posing for Suicide Girls again. But now, with her newfound fame from Pawn Stars, Black was scouted by modeling agencies, magazines, and media firms, all looking to cash in on her star power. The adult star has since appeared on the cover of Inked magazine, has hosted quite a few events, and started her own line of adult-only toys. According to some reports, Black's cashing in a net worth of over $300,000. That's just as much, if not more, than what she could have expected from her career as a cast member of Pawn Stars. She's also gotten married to her longtime partner, Chef Maria Plaza, with whom she shares a handful of fur babies. So yes, the former reality star's been doing quite well for herself. There you go. From what the former Season 5 castmate is up to now, to fan favorite Olivia Black being let go after 13 episodes, this was everything on the truth behind Olivia Black.